Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. A lot of prominent Nigerians have been doubting the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari is in charge of Nigeria, or the activities and the affairs, or the running of Nigeria as a whole, to the point that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra had actually termed him uh, uh, Jubril from Sudan, and they calls him the Sudanese. It has gotten a lot of widespread reactions. Some are for, some are against, some are saying it's possibly from Jubril, it's possibly from Sudan. A lot of things happened. Well, just last week, there was an interview made by Arise Television, conducted by Abati himself, and they had this to say about the Jubril of Sudan, that's the Sudanese Jubril, and the president of Nigeria, that's President Muhammadu Buhari, and he's trying to set the record straight finally that this is his view and his stand over the person of President Muhammadu Buhari, if truly he is Jubril of Sudan, or if this is the Nigerian president. You're going to find out that in a moment. But before we do so, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Abati was commenting on Buhari's interview with Arise TV last week, Thursday. Reuben Abati, former spokesman to ex-president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, says it is evident that President Muhammadu Buhari is in charge of the country. Several critics, including Wale Soyinka, the Nobel laureate, and Aminu Tambuwa, governor of Sokoto State, had claimed that Nigeria is being run through proxies and that Buhari is not in charge of the nation's affairs. Some others have alleged that the president's spokespersons have been airing their opinion and not those of the principal. But Abati, who was among the team that spoke to the president, said the interview proved that Buhari is in the know of things in the country. He said the president is in charge and showed no hesitation in restating some of his reported views and taking ownership of them despite the controversial nature of those views. His submission to a media conversation is also a form of protection for a spokesperson. Many have accused Garba Shehu, Femi Adesina, and Alhaji Lai Mohammed of speaking for themselves and not for the president. But we have all seen a president speaking for himself, whose views do not contradict what his aides have been telling us, Abati said in an opinion piece. Our interview with him also proved the point that there is no doubt in the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari is effectively in charge. He knows what is going on, and he showed no hesitation in restating some of his reported views and taking ownership of them despite the controversial nature of those views. Abati also said during the Buhari interview that Abati said the Buhari interview has further revealed how divided we are as a nation. He urged the president to address Nigerians more often. Moreover, or rather, he said whoever advised President Buhari to grant media interviews last week and also address the nation on Saturday, June 12, did him a big favor. The intensity of media appearance was a good move, even if it came rather late, he said. This has generated a lot of reaction. Don't forget that along the line of that interview, this Onye dot came up, and what he meant, what is trending right now, especially if you get check social media and some part of the southeastern states, you begin to see some polos and some shirts crusted with Onye dots. That Onye dot was coined out from the word that they're just a dot in a circle. There's been a corresponding, I usually call it, some persons have called it damage control. Others said it was a follow-up of the interview that they had with Arise, where it was corrected that dot was not the Ndibos per se, but the dot was referred to was a case of the indigenous people of Biafra, and a dot in the circle that they're actually negligible, that he wasn't generally referring to the Ndibos. But of course, that particular interview had gone very viral, the one of the dots in the circle and all that. And the Ndibos generally have decided to, some have started even monetizing it by, making polos, wearing crested t-shirts showing that Onye dot, as in I'm from that tribe, I'm from that ethnic group that they call dot, and I'm proudly dot, and we're doing things and all that. So that has gone very viral. A lot of persons have been wearing those polos and all that. But the likes of Wole Soyinka and the rest may not be buying the full idea of the Jubril of Sudan. But what he's saying is, if you are the president, let us feel you more. But Abati is saying everything the likes of Shogaba have been saying on the social media, everything that Femi Adesina have been saying, Loretta Onocha have been saying, Lai Mohammed have been supporting, and they're not saying their mind. He said, according to Abati, said he reinstated that those were his standpoints, and with all with due respect and all that, as Wole Soyinka also said that if this is it, then we actually been drawn on the ethnic lines, and where some persons are giving the dot signals. But I also remembered also that the president said that they are being unfair to him because the same language you spoke to the Southeasterners, which is a language they would understand. It's also the same language he's also speaking with the Boko Harams and all that. But in all, we are streamlining this to, could this be Jubril of Sudan, as being told severally by Nnamdi Kanu, or could this genuinely be President Muhammadu Buhari, the then President Muhammadu Buhari, still the now President Muhammadu Buhari? They have been saying there have been so much allegations, contradictions. Some said that he looks younger now. Some said he looks fresher now. He looks unperturbed. He looks so young. And some persons have even alleged also that the reason why the first lady is not around is simply because that's Jubril from Sudan. Well, Abati has corrected. He said he has one-on-one conversation with the president, and the man he saw seemed to be abreast with things that are happening. He seemed to be in the know. That if he's not talking, it doesn't mean he doesn't know. That whatever the spokesmen are saying is actually his man's mindset. Nigerians, simply because he has not been talking to Nigerians one-on-one, we simply just took it for right, took it, for granted that one, and maybe he's not health wise, is not ready, he's not well enough, and secondly, maybe these guys actually ruling by proxy. Abati, who had one-on-one interview with him, one-on-one encounter, is saying no, that the man he saw seemed to be in charge, and whatever you're seeing in Nigeria is solely his ideology. That has nothing to do with the AD's ideology, but strictly the president. So if you have any issues, direct it to him. But this is about his point of view, saying he may not like what you're saying, but this is the president, and he seems to be in charge. Whatever he's saying is his idea. And the likes of some Nigerians have started changing their tones, meaning that it's like it's not Jubril from Sudan, but it's somebody else from Niger. Whatever it is, Abati has brought out an opinion. It has been on under debate for a while now, and it's up to you. What's your take? Do you think? But I feel that since Abati had one-on-one encounter with him, he may be in the right frame of mind to tell you that this may be a man truly in charge. Whatever you see, may truly.